Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tea with Trish. Today I have Dionte Holloway.
How
Hello.
you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Good. So long time no see.
That is true. That is true. It's
So
been some months.
So last time I saw you, we did what was it? A commercial, right?
Yes.
For together for what
It
brand
was
was
a
that?
hair product. I remember that. It was a hair product.
Yes.
Joe something. I can't remember the full name of it.
Okay, why can't we remember the commercial we did? That's so terrible.
I can't remember the name. I just know I had a Lucha Libre mask on and different things like
Yes.
that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so
Yep.
we must not have gotten paid very well because we can't even remember
They
who
gotta
we did
make the
it
money
for.
go up a little bit more.
Right? Yeah.
And my memory will go up.
Exactly. Exactly.
Very true.
So that was fun.
No, it was a good time. It was a
Yeah.
good time. That was a good day. I had a good day.
Yeah, it was
nice.
good. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was
You got
fast.
some good shots and stuff. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Did you ever get to see that commercial?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Me neither.
Like most of the work that we do, you know what I'm saying? I go out, I'll do a commercial
Yeah.
and I'm still waiting to see this American Airlines commercial I shot months ago.
Oh, wait, what? Okay, so
Yeah.
so obviously when we did the commercial, that was not your first commercial,
No,
right?
no, not
Okay,
at all.
so let's talk about that.
What's up?
So you've done commercials, obviously, right?
Yes.
I know you also have been on shows,
Yes, ma'am.
and you are a model. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a lot of stuff.
model
What else? What
and a
what have I?
hand model.
Okay, and a hand model.
It's different.
It's different.
It's different. It's different modeling. It is.
Okay, so what's the difference? Since let's just get into that. What is the big difference between just being a model and a hand model?
Because modeling, like regular modeling, you're a walking hanger. You're putting on somebody else's clothes, putting on somebody else's brand, and you could be cute or whatever, or try to look good in it, whatever. But at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do in that space. But when it comes to hand modeling, it's very, very meticulous because you're dealing with products, you're dealing with food, you're dealing with drinks, you're dealing with electronics. It's so many different things, and how something is held or how something is placed, and product placement and certain things like that. So and it can be very uncomfortable trying to hold a position, trying to hold your arm or hand or
Yeah.
something in a certain space for them to just get a certain shot or a certain look on the product or certain things like that. So it's definitely different.
Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into being a hand model, obviously.
It does. It's not just easy. You show up and oh my gosh, I'm here. Here's my hands. Here you go.
Yeah,
No, it's
because-
different. It's a lot.
Yeah, because honestly, I mean, that's what I was thinking.
No, it's not.
I'm like, you just put your hand up there, you hold something, you're good, you get paid.
Nah.
You got
no.
nice hands, good for you.
Nah,
No.
I remember I was working with Postmates, and it was a huge campaign. Actually, it was a campaign that ran for about 2 years, and it was their billboards and everything that they had. But I remember this one part that I had to do. They had a makeshift like phone. It was a huge, big like plastic piece, and I had to literally put my hand through it, as if I'm going to go reach. And they were putting food in this space. So all you see is my hand from about this far here reaching, but the way that it's reaching for a burger is this way.
Yeah.
Reaching for a pizza was this way. Like it's complete, but I'm not, I'm like squatting.
Yeah.
I'm in a certain, so like I'm like trying to like facilitate my arm through this thing without hitting it.
Yeah.
And going at the speed they want me to, at the rate they want me to. It was
Okay.
live. It was live.
So that doesn't sound easy.
No.
But do you catch yourself on a daily basis when you go just to like grab your own food? Are you like doing your little like modeling poses? Like, are you grabbing a pizza the way you just said you grab a pizza?
No, I don't notice anything until after I do it.
Oh, so you probably do.
I do after I've done it. Like,
Oh my
like when
goodness.
I'll grab something and I'll just be like, oh, Look at these hands, boy. Come on, these hands. But it's after the fact. It's not like I went to go say, let me do this like this.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'll just go get it. But it's not even me that notices it.
Yeah.
Now. It's my friends and family members. They
like,
call
look
me
at
out.
you modeling.
Yeah. They call me out on everything all the time.
That is funny.
Yeah. I got a friend of mine. Every time he sees me, he's like, Dionte's, let me see them hands. How them hands doing? The money makers. So I get greeted by certain things. But yeah, my friends, they laugh at it. But then once they realize, like, this
is how you make your money.
This motherfucking hands is on billboards.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I pulled over a bus in traffic.
You what?
I pulled over a bus in traffic because my hands was on the side of it.
Oh, you pull? Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah, I pulled up to the bus. I said, "Hey, bro." I said, "Pull up. Where's your next stop?" He was like, "Right there." I said, "I need a picture of this right here." He's like, "What's that?" I said, "My hands." See that on the bus? That's my that's me right there. That's my hands. He pulled over.
And I hope they were yours.
Oh no, it was mine. Oh no, it was Postmates. It was my stuff. Oh, I knew I had billboards. It's crazy because I've had people, my friends in New York. Hey, yo, D, is these your hands right here, bro? You said you did something with Postmates. I'm like, yeah, that's me right there, bro. Yeah, I've seen my hands in New York. I've seen my hands on billboards.
Your friends know you by your hands.
Yeah, they'll know. They'll know. They were like, I didn't see them light skinned hands. I know.
So tell me, what are some of the? Tell me. Obviously, you did Postmates. We just talked about
some of the brands I've worked with.
Yeah, some of the brands you've worked with. Spill it.
Belkin.
Okay, hold on. Wait, what is? Why do I not know? What is that?
You definitely know what Belkin is. You just don't know it right off top. Okay. Belkin is one of the top electronic companies. So like chargers and phones and computers. So like,
I just don't know them.
Mm-hmm, but they're in all those stores that you go to. So when you get those chargers and different things from CVS, Walgreens, Belkin is a brand that's in there. That's
got
doing
it.
That.
Was that a blonde moment or was that justified?
No, it's justified. Because not a lot of people are gonna know that when I say it right off the rip. They don't be like, Belkin. What's Belkin?
Yeah. Okay. I don't feel so bad anymore.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Next one.
So Belkin, Patron.
Okay.
Chipotle.
Okay.
Who else? Truly's.
Okay.
I just worked with Hard Rock. Ooh, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this right now.
Ooh, can't take it back now.
Listen, they gonna know. Listen, Hard Rock is making a betting app. So so like the hotel Hard Rock, so like they're making a betting app.
Okay.
So I just worked with them doing some stuff. I literally was they taped my finger as a basketball player and had me do this. They literally had me spinning the basketball on my finger, and they got my arm up to my forearm, just spinning the basketball. They had other people doing certain stuff with different sports, so it's like that's like type of stuff that we doing. Okay. But from them, Postmates. Taco Bell. Okay. I've done a lot of stuff with Taco Bell over the last 2 years. I would say I've done quite a few jobs with them. Who else have I done stuff with? It gets so much that you forget sometimes.
So
the
this
things
goes
that you've
on
done.
And on, obviously.
Yeah.
So Taco Bell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're in stores now as we speak.
Yes, I am. I'm in Walmart. I'm in Target. Go get your boy hands right there. The cheesy enchilada. That's me.
Okay.
I'm on the cravings box. It's their cravings boxes. Their new cravings box. So basically they're new in all their new packaging. So all their new packaging for their sauces, which is not like the packaging sauce. It's like the sauce they're making, like their avocado sauce. They're
like they come in the little
bottles,
glass bottles.
Like the bottles.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just had one the other day. Were your hands on that?
Possibly, depending on which one it was.
I didn't even look at the
because it's me and it's a couple of my friends.
Only mild sauce, guys. The mild is the
but
one
so they have these new cravings kits. Okay. So basically, you could take like the cheesy double decker. That's one of the ones I did too. And in this box, they're giving you everything except the meat. So you basically have all of the stuff to make a cheesy double decker, and you pick your protein. So you pick whether you want chicken, steak.
Yeah, because nobody makes meat like Taco Bell, right?
Right. Listen, I'm not going to say nothing about them.
Okay.
They've been cashing checks.
So do you actually... So Taco Bell's amazing.
It is.
Right?
It's so
you
great.
Eat it every day.
All the time.
Yeah?
Yay.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And mid-afternoon snack.
Right after workout? Taco Bell, you go, right?
Nah. I'm gonna have to hit him Chipotle with after the workout. I don't care. I gotta feed the body a little bit more nutrients,
So,
and I work with them
okay.
too, so it's okay.
So Taco Bell is a big one for you.
Yeah, Taco Bell's been a big
And how
brand
long
with
have you
me.
been with them?
I would say I've worked with them probably the last year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's yeah.
been some
Yeah,
time. Yeah,
yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
I've gotten close with them enough to where we shoot at this studio down in Long Beach,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was able to bring my mom to set and have lunch with me there,
Nice.
and I got
Very
her to introduce.
good.
Yeah, got her to introduce
Wow.
to my people that work with the company and stuff, and yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's a really good, cool group of people.
Yeah.
Great family dynamic, and they just really they good natured, good hearted
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Well, that's always good.
That's why
That's
working with
always,
them
yeah.
has been a blessing, and
Yeah.
like I like working with them. I like going back to work with them because
Mm-hmm.
the people in the set that I'm on it feels like home.
Mm-hmm.
They're always looking out. They're making sure we're good and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a blessing to work
Yeah,
with them.
that's always nice to work with people that you actually like.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it definitely makes a difference. It makes the days go by easier. It's to the point where you're like kind of sad, like, wait, no, and that's a wrap on Dionte. Wait, no, hold on, hold on. I also wanted to say a little
Well,
bit
no,
longer.
that's really good then. That's
Nah,
not, yeah.
it's been good.
That's a blessing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so we know that you do the hand modeling. So what about the other kind of modeling, like the whole package modeling? You do this as well, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
And tell us.
I
who
actually
you-
stopped
Oh.
in the midst of figuring out the industry.
So you being an athlete actually kind of got you into your modeling, right? Is what you
Yeah,
said. And
yeah.
then that took you into shows.
The
No?
whole world of TV and film.
Okay.
Literally. I had a few workouts with a few teams after I got done with college. I went to arena football, all of that stuff, but nothing ever stuck. Nothing stuck. I had to change my position when I got to the pro level. I played receiver in college, and I knew the scout for the Minnesota Vikings. He was at Fresno State when I was there, and so when I left Fresno State and transferred to Utah State, he left and he became the Minnesota Vikings regional scout. And so he started scouting me once he knew that I went, because we were still in the same conference. So he started scouting me, and I didn't even know it until he came to my junior pro day. And he sat me down with like 5 other teams. I think it was the Dolphins, the Titans, the Texans, the Jaguars, and it was the Raiders was there. Yeah. And he said, "Listen, I'm only gonna be honest with you. Because I know you and I know your mama. Okay." He said, I know your family. He's like, at receiver, you a dime a dozen in the league. He said, your height, size, speed, all that. He said, you a dime a dozen. You'll be washed out within 2 years probably. He said, but if you switch to corner, I know you can play the position. He said, you'll be considered a big corner, which is the guys that guard the receivers. And he was like, you have a better chance at making a team or at least doing something. But it was a tough transition, and then injuries happened. So
those injuries.
Yeah, those injuries happen. So I was a free agent, and I became a personal trainer because I was like, I liked helping people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and obviously I was still, in shape from being from playing. So I wanted to utilize my body and, what I learned obviously through all these years of training and working out and, nutrition and all the different things.
And we'll get to that in a minute because I know you know a lot about that. But,
Yes.
Continue on.
So I became a personal trainer. I started out at 24 Hour Fitness, and then while I was a trainer, a friend of mine that I know from sports, he just hit me up one day and he was like, "Hey man, what you doing this Wednesday?" I was like, "Shit, probably working or something. I don't know why. What's up?" He was like, "Hey, come down to this audition with me real quick." And I was like, "What the hell is an audition?"
So with him, was he trying to?
He was like,
Doesn't
"Come with
he
me."
know you can't bring someone that's going to outshine you anywhere?
Well, he was already
he knows now.
he was already in the industry, so he knew.
Yeah.
Like, he's already been booking and doing stuff. So he's like, he said, "I want you to come down so you can see this, see what's up." And so I was like, "All right, cool." He was like, "You got your college jersey?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Wear it." I was like, "All right." So I went to the audition. It was a really big commercial audition. It was for back in the day. It was like those Vizio commercials when they used to do stuff with the football players like LaDainian Tomlinson and Troy Polamalu and all of them playing and stuff. So all those.
See, I know what Vizio is.
Yeah. So when you see sports stuff on TV and you'll see like one star player from a team, but then you'll see like an entire team.
Yeah.
It's just that star player that they're using. All those other guys that you see on the field with them that are taking hits, that are the sideline players, those are real former athletes that either played, pro, college, or at least up to high school. But you have to have some serious type of playing ability because we are the ones who are creating the realness of this sport for your entertainment. So you know that it's not, some BS.
Right.
So I knew this. So the coordinator who was putting this job on, and there's a few different ones that do it. And so this particular one, I wore my jersey there. I was my turn to go up and do my thing and do my slates, all that other stuff. And he saw my school. He said, I said, Utah State. He's like, Utah State. He was like, he was like, you know Leon Jackson?
Yeah.
I said, big head Leon? He said, yeah, you know Leon.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. I said, yeah, that's my quarterback, man. He was like, oh, he said, man, how's he doing? So we started talking. So now we have something in common. And so boom, I was like, yeah, man, that's my dude. That's my guy right there. And then he was like,
good to know somebody.
Yes. And so he said, I'm gonna be looking for you, man. I'll be looking for you. And I was like, all right. So he ends up calling me the very next week, and he tells me, he's like, hey, man, I just wanted to make sure that I put you in my Rolodex. He said, I'm definitely going to be using you for some stuff, bro. He was like, I just want to let you know I couldn't get you in on this commercial right now, but I got a big job coming up with Nike, and I'm definitely bringing you in on that. Ooh. And I was like, okay. And I've never worked anything, so I'm just like, all right, I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he called me.
He did
it. So that was my first job bringing in with him. It was a 4-day shoot. We shot at Ground Hills High School, and Nike fell in love with me.
Wow. So all of that leads up to you getting your first Nike commercial.
Yeah.
All of those things.
All of that stuff. Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah. And that was pretty crazy because Nike, they not only did they fall in love with me, but they ended up working with me. I kind of worked with them like officially, unofficially as one of their main models for like 5 years straight. I did all their football cross trainer stuff and things like that. And then I was also working with a lot of their athletes as well at the same time. So I was flying up to Oregon. They was flying me to Oregon, Vegas. I was doing stuff during the Super Bowls with some of their athletes.
Wow.
I was in Texas, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
I also know that you are a stunt double for some. Yes, who? Spill the tea.
I mean, I have stunt doubled for a lot of different athletes.
Okay, well, name some. Because they're watching. I just.
I mean, I've worked with Richard Sherman. I've worked with Doug Baldwin, who's a Seahawks player. Russell Wilson, Seahawks player. I was Steve Smith when he played for USC. I did the Fox Sports 1 promo. Okay. I did a big stunt where I got hit and flipped in the air in that one. But some of the guys that I work with as of lately, the main guys are Patrick Mahomes and OBJ, my twin.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's my twin right there. And shout out to the Scorpio. I see you, twin.
So, and you enjoy doing all of this. This is something that you really enjoy, being a stunt double for these people, having to take all the hits, keeping them pretty.
You know what? I will say that when you work with people that you've, are also a peer of yours as well too. You know what I mean? And it's different when they get to see you actually work as well.
Yeah. And
I think I will say probably my most favorite moment being a stunt body double was with OBJ and when we did the NFL 100 commercial. The NFL 100 commercial was done, I want to say 2 to 3 years ago. It's still voted the best Super Bowl commercial within the last 25 years.
Well,
yes.
What? Well, yes. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. I actually did Odell's stunt in that commercial, and it's a stunt where it's literally all of the Hall of Famers and everybody was in that commercial. He catches a pass. Odell catches a pass in the air, and he lands on a table. Now, he ain't doing that. So, but it was me.
Yeah.
And so, now, mind you, this is Peter Berg who's directing this commercial.
Okay.
So I get up, I put all they did was put a back plate on me, and I put on everything that Odell had on, his same suits, all that stuff, and so they have me do like a little warm up, and there's a ramp that they have set up and everything that I run up and jump off of, and so I do a couple of runs just to see how much time it and stuff, and Twin comes out and he just looks at me, he said, "You got this?" He was like, I was like, yeah, I got this, bro. It's gonna be good. He's like,
you're like, have a seat.
I didn't even say, not even that. It was just more so. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna make you look good.
Yeah.
He's like, you always do, D. You always do, So I'm just like, I got this. I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous because I'm just like, shit. Do you want me to jump off of a ramp? And I jump high, so I'm gonna be really high in the air. So we did it. I did it. Now, they cleared the entire, hall out for this stunt, so all these NFL players are all literally, it's all eyes on me.
Wow.
What are you gonna do? Who this? Yeah. Who this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing the whispers. I'm hearing people talking. Then I got people that my friends like, hey man, yeah, he a real one. Yeah, D be doing this right here. Like, so.
So in your head, what are you saying to yourself in your head? Are you like hyping yourself up? Or are you like, oh my God, don't mess this up?
In my head, I hyped myself up a little bit. I was just talking to myself a little bit, like, all right, he's like, listen, let's show him who the fuck we is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are, D. Let's go.
So you're confident.
Yes.
You're not like, please don't.
Nah. Never that, because whenever you lead with fear or anything like that, you're already opening the window for doubt to come in, or anything to come in that can make anything mess up. Where everything could be good or be fine, but that little slight hesitation, that little slight anything could screw it up, could cause an injury, could cause anything, could happen wrong. Yeah. So
words of advice.
Yes. So I always wanted to lead with positivity and encourage myself that at the end of the day, I know why I'm here. Yeah. Because they brought me here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I just hyped myself up a little bit. Okay. And all it took was one take.
What?
Yeah, one take. Nice. And so I do remember Peter Berg saying, "Give me that guy's fucking number right now. Give me his number right now. I need that and make sure, because God damn it, he just saved me so much time right now." Nice. I was like, yo, okay.
Okay, so did he take your number?
Yeah, he got my information. Yeah.
Okay, good. And have you ever?
They reached out. His people actually reached out. It was for a movie. Okay. And it was some stunt stuff that they were doing. But it didn't fall through. Okay. But he did reach out.
From stunt double to actually being one of the actors on, now fast forward to All American. Right?
Yes. Okay. I did. Well, I did season 1 with All American.
Season 1 with All American.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear it's a popular show.
It is.
I don't watch much,
Oh boy, shows. All American.
But tell me, what is, so spill it, because you're going to have to teach me all about All American right now. Okay. So what is this show about, and what was your character about?
So All American is based off of a actual person. Okay. It is, his name is Spencer Paysinger. And he is a guy that is from LA, inner city. And he had older brothers and things like that. And they lived in a rough neighborhood. But he was very, very smart and very, and very athletic. So
it sounds like, why weren't you the main character? Okay. Oh, did I just touch on something? Okay, continue on.
So basically he ended up getting a special permit transfer to leave the LAUSD school district and go to Beverly Hills High, where he could focus on just being an athlete and his grades and not have to worry about all of the other the drama and all the other stuff. And so he ended up doing well there. He ended up getting a scholarship and going to Oregon University. He was a Pac-10 player, a really good player there. And then he ended up, I don't think he got drafted, but he ended up signing as a free agent with the New York Giants. Dude won a Super Bowl with the Giants. And he played 9 years in the NFL. And he found his passion for storytelling and writing. And he was writing scripts, and then his own story ended up becoming a script of his life. And it ended up getting to CW or Warner Brothers, and they ended up picking it up and creating the show All American based around him. And so that's what the show is based upon and what it's about, where you get that Crenshaw, LA versus now he's in Beverly Hills type thing. So that was the whole dynamic of that from the beginning of the season 1 and stuff. And so in season 1, I was brought on by one of our coordinators. And so it was a group of people. They Game Changing Films. They do a lot of stuff for like projects, movies, shows, stuff like that, where they bring on athletes and stuff for the backgrounds and things like that. But I was also brought on to do stunts and to teach the main characters how to play football, because none of them have ever played football ever in their lives, and they're on a football show.
Okay, so you were brought on initially to help the actors.
Okay. And to do stunts. And from there, Warner Brothers liked my look. And they were like, we want him in more like character scenes, stuff like that. So I was a part of Asher's friend group at the beginning of the season. And and then from his group, they were like, okay, wait, his look is just, we just love it. We want him to be a part of the ensemble cast. So now I'm being put and placed in scenes where I'm just right by the main characters. I'm doing stuff with them, doing stuff. You see me all the time. You see me through season 1.
So season 1, you're there.
All there, smiling and laughing, and but not getting any lines and stuff and things like that for the most part. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm just like, okay, I'm letting it ride. I'm just seeing how this wave gonna flow. So I'm riding that wave. And then I ended up creating my own character on the show.
Okay.
So in season 1, episode 8, it's the drug test episode where Jordan, who is our quarterback, he plays Tay's son. He ends up smoking with the girl from Malibu High. And then because Asher was not on the team at the time, he tried to screw us all over and got us to get drug tested, which he knew that Jordan would have failed. So that was the drama part of it. So then they created on set, all these like little fake, urine sample bottles and stuff. So they just gave a initial, a last name, and like a birthday. Okay. So they're just writing random stuff, right? Yeah. So we all just pick a bottle. And so, I'll go in, I'll pick my bottle up, and I'm looking at it, and it says K. Phillips, and then a birthday. And I'm like, K. Phillips. And I'm just I'm literally in the locker room with all my guys. I'm just like, who am I going to be? Kendrick Phillips. That's my name. It just hit me out of nowhere. I was like, Kendrick Phillips, that's my name. And so my friends, they know me. Like, I talk in third person. I talk about myself in like regular space. You know what I mean? I love my name too. So, Dionte don't do that. No. Like, and it's to the point where people know like, nah, Dionte doesn't do that. Dionte don't eat that type of food. It's funny. So now I started doing that on set with my name. Like, I was like, oh, Kendrick is next. And to the point where hair and makeup for like the first like couple weeks was like, who the fuck is Kendrick? Who are you talking about? And I'm like, me. So they're like, it just started clicking. And then by around episode 11 or whatever, they had me come in and read for a guest star role. Okay. And so I came in, read for it, and killed it. And I remember when we shot everything. It was a locker room scene. It was a locker room scene where our friend Asher, who was not on the team, we had let him come back but we were giving him shit for coming back and like, you know, going in on him. So my scene was, okay, Dionte, I only had 3 lines. I only had 3 lines. You know what I'm saying? So I had 3 lines and I'm about to kill these 3 lines and you know. But our director for that episode, she saw me, you know, going in. And, you know, when you see creative juices flowing and stuff, and you see some type of connection going, you gotta let it ride. So, you know, bless her heart, she gave me an opportunity, and I kicked the door open and ran with it. So she basically kept calling me and telling me how I was doing and how I was doing. And then she was like, give more, give me some more. Go ahead, talk how you would talk. Like, don't worry about the lines as much anymore. And then do that. So then it went from, you know, Tay and Michael and all of us being in the scenes to now from when they're pushing the camera in, they're not even there no more because we got to now blocking and stuff. So now Tay, Diggs and you know, and Jordan and them, they're in the back just in Studio Village watching everything going on. So now we're getting the close-ups. And by the time we get to the close-ups part, she tells me, listen here, honey, I want you to do what you do. They hired you for a freaking reason, and I am now seeing it. I do not want to hold you back. Forget the script. I'm giving you the green light.
Okay.
Do what you got to do. Make it how it's supposed to be. I want to see how you are in the locker room and how you would roast his ass. I want you to roast him. Don't worry about anything. Do it. I said, what? Green light?
Yeah. So you did your thing.
I did my thing.
And where did that lead?
Oh, that led to me getting some of the biggest compliments that I've gotten thus far in my career. One of the things that I will always remember is, you know, sometimes when you're doing something and you're not, you know, it's not that you second guess, but you just want to make sure, like, damn, like, how did other people receive it? You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was in the back and I got a lot of people kept coming to me like, oh my God, D, that was great. You killed it. Oh my God, D, that was so good. Michael, the quarterback, Tay's son on the show, came up to me, D, bro, man, that was amazing. I'm sitting there watching you, bro. That was amazing. He was like, was that written for you to do that? I was like, nah. He's like, so you mean to tell me you ad-libbed all those things over and over and over? I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, you didn't miss a beat.
Nice.
I couldn't do that. I said, what? He was like, I wouldn't have been able to do that. He's like, oh my God, that's insane. And then from there, I was just like, all right, wow, okay, that's cool. But then Tay was there. He was getting ready and stuff. And he said, good job, young man. And he was, well, this is Tay. Doing his little stuff and his little thing. He was, Kendrick, good job, young man. Did a good job. And I said, and I mean, I had to ask, you know, I was like, nah, for real, Tay, for real, like, like, was it good? Like, did I, like, let me know, because I'm trying to learn. Like, did you see anything else that I could, you know? And then he said, let me tell you something. He said, I know Academy Award winning actors that couldn't do what you just did in that locker room.
Well, hello. Yeah.
I was like,
well, that's a compliment for sure.
I was like, wow. And then he just, you know, he gave me a little bit more information and stuff. And he just said, you never know. You never know who's watching you. You never know who's seeing your work. He said, you had 3 lines? I said, yeah. He said, and you got green lit.
Yeah.
He said, that don't happen to anybody, bro.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, okay.
So that's an amazing experience.
That was an amazing experience to have, yes.
And you were on the first season?
Yeah, season 1.
Okay, season 1. So what happened to your character?
That's a good question. We need to ask NK.
Okay, so
Catchy Carroll, what happened to my character? What happened to Kendrick Phillips? Because
so you just like one day it was just like poof, he was gone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'll just
so who did you piss off on set?
Nobody. The crazy part about it is I was brought on to main cast after I did that episode. I was brought on to main cast. That And I remember before that episode actually aired, I remember NK calling me and telling me, Dionte, before you post anything about you gonna be in the episode or anything like that, don't do anything yet because we having some timing issues, and I'm not sure what they're doing, but they might take your scene out. I said, oh, really? She said, so yeah, I just don't want you to post nothing yet and be embarrassed or anything.
Yeah.
You know? And so I was like, I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know what to say about it at first.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm just blessed for the opportunity, and let's just see what happens. Okay, cool. Let's get more. You know what I'm saying? I got written into the, end of the season where I was able to speak, a couple more times and things like that. But my big scene, they took that out.
What?
They took my scene out and they replaced it with something a scene that would never happen in high school, that would never happen in real life. Okay. They put a scene in where Tay's daughter goes into the boys' locker room and has a sit down with Asher. So he's still in the scene, but they took the team and me away and brought her in and made a scene of her coming in and talking to him to give him some encouragement.
Yeah.
And stuff. And I'm like, that would never freaking happen.
And so what?
Ever.
Okay, so what do you think happened? Why did they take it out?
I think it was.
What are your thoughts? Just spill. Oh, come on. Here we go. Ready?
All right. Okay. I got you. I'll tell you.
Let's go.
All right. So I honestly think that I was told, I'm not going to throw nobody under the bus because they might still be working with them, but from somebody that's there, that they were unsure of embarking on my character more because another character needed his shine that he didn't get yet.
Yeah.
And it was JJ. It was JJ, who's the white guy that had all of the muscles and stuff that really didn't really speak that much. He was he had small roles and stuff in the first season, So, with me coming on as Kendrick,
they were gonna steal the show.
I'm not trying to, I am who I am.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, my light shines bright.
Yeah.
And it shines bright to the point where I've had to be told to be sit down out of scenes because the camera just goes to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like standing next to Michael, who was, Tay's son in the show. One of our directors, I remember we were doing a scene and, I'm always right next to the guys and stuff. And so there's a scene where he's supposed to speak but the director kept going to me.
Yeah.
And to the point where she came back and was like, Dionte, I'm so sorry, my love. I need you to sit out of this scene if you can, please. She said, we're supposed to pan over to Michael. And she said, for some reason, I just keep going straight to you. And it's just, I said, I'm not doing nothing but just standing here and you can't do your job.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me.
You're like, girl, control yourself, girl.
Listen, okay, I understand, but listen. So I understand.
I don't blame you. But
right. Well, just give me the role.
Yeah, exactly. You should have worked it like that.
Listen, if I could, I would have. Yeah. I mean, but nah, I love them to death. Those are good people.
All right.
But that was what I understood from what I was able to get from is that my character would have, it would have
taken away
superseded
from
somebody else's that they wanted to uplift a little bit more.
So it wasn't your time with that show.
Yeah.
So from that, when was that?
Right before COVID.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And so any other shows that you've done after that?
What have I done after that? This is so crazy. I do so much stuff. I'll be forgetting things that I do.
God.
It really.
I get it.
I'm so serious.
I get it.
Really forget.
I understand. Believe me.
I really forget what I've done, stuff that I've done, and that's the thing that too. Like one of my agents be like, "Oh, you need to update your resume," and and I'm just like,
it's okay, just move on.
I'm just gonna have to keep
just
adding more stuff, keep getting more work and stuff. But I've gotten more behind the scenes though a little bit.
Okay.
I
Oh,
actually
okay.
started
Well,
to
that's where money's made too.
exactly.
You just go where the money's at.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
so
well, you gotta enjoy it, right?
no,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
it, but
I mean, I was able to be brought on to having some really, really, really good opportunities. I got to work with, and it's crazy how this actually happened because I wasn't supposed to get this. I was brought on to a
ooh,
Vanity Fair photo shoot for Atsuko. I cannot say her last name without messing it up, but I love
so
her to
let's
death.
not. We'll figure it
She's
out.
a really funny comedian,
Okay.
Asian girl with the bob haircut that is out doing her thing right now.
I'm gonna have to look her up.
Super dope. I'm gonna show you her. I'll show you
Yeah.
her after this.
Yeah.
She's super cool, super sweet. So she was doing this high fashion like stuff, but they were doing it on a football field. So they wanted a couple of football players there and stuff.
Oh,
So I was brought
perfect.
on to do the job
Yeah.
as a football player
Yeah.
and just be one of the guys that and stuff. So it's a super super hot day. We're at Van Nuys, Birmingham High or whatever, and I looked up the photographer. Big time.
Who was it?
My man Mark Seliger.
Okay.
Love you, Mark. Mark Seliger is one of the best photographers in the world. Okay, anybody he has shot them. Okay, I'm talking about from Dre and Snoop from back in the day, not back in the day, to Cher to every group of artists to actors, models, Lenny Kravitz.
How was
Malibu.
that?
Amazing, so sick.
Okay, so how was Lenny Kravitz?
So dope. Yo, Lenny Kravitz is hella funny.
Is he funny?
Yes, he's hella funny. And he's so artsy. And
yeah, I mean artsy, right. That's
yes.
one thing, but I'm like funny.
But funny, yeah, but funny like oh my god, like so as soon as I stand in and do everything for Mark as well for the talent that he's shooting and stuff, as well as working with stuff.
Yeah.
So like I remember like I went and picked up a camera for him from some guy in Burbank, and
Yeah,
then I
so
went to I'm working with my guy. You know what I'm saying? So so then he's like, okay, D, I need you to stand in here because as Lenny's getting dressed, he's using me as as Lenny is his stand-in for the time being. So we're doing that, and so then Lenny comes down, and I don't say nothing until I'm introduced, you know what I'm saying? Unless I know who you are or anything like that. And so I just sat there chill, and he was like, D, show Lenny where he's going to be standing at and show him how to do it with the drape and everything like that.
Yeah.
So he was like, this D? He's like, hey D, how you doing, man? I was like, how you doing, Lenny? How you doing, sir?
Yeah.
And he was like,
You're like, ah!
He was like, he said, fuck Mark, what do you need me for? Look at this fucking fine motherfucker right here.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh bro, no. He was like, this fucking guy's handsome. Do you see that? Ladies, come on, I know you checked this guy out already, haven't you? And I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, God damn, you're gorgeous, man. I was like, bro, I was like,
ooh, Lenny.
and I was like, nah, man, that's you, bro. So me and him had a cool little moment, but then I ended up actually being thrown into one of the shots with him and some other people that came.
What?
So yeah, so like I've been able to see so much now behind the scenes and do so much. And then the biggest one that not the biggest one, but another huge major one that he brought me on, and that just came out last month or June 7th, I believe, was he brought me on to work with Bon Jovi. Ooh. So their album that just came out, Forever.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi Forever.
Yeah.
That
all he still looks good too.
Huh? Yeah, he does. Real nice guys.
You've seen him in person,
yeah, real nice guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got the pictures on my phone. I'll show you after. The whole group, all the groups, and he had me second ADM with him.
Wow.
Helping out short, and I actually had to hire talent for that job. So I've been doing so much with this guy.
You're kind of headed that way. Do you enjoy that? Obviously, because you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like that, and that's something that you would continue to do.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to continue to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely, because I wanted to work on my own projects.
Yeah.
And stuff, because I'm tired of chasing I'm tired of the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm tired of the, it's a game, and it's a game that wants to take your pride and your ego and your manhood, and they want to have power over you. Yeah. And I'm not willing to play that game. And that's, it's been a humbling experience for me to, when people see me, and they know who I am and they know what I've done and what I've accomplished and stuff, but still see me not get where I want to be or not reach the certain heights that I should be at. And it's been hard for me to hear, damn, dude, you should be further than what you are, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure it's frustrating.
Very frustrating, you know what I mean? But I'm not selling my soul for nothing. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm never going to do that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm never going to bend over for anybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know people who do, who will, and who have. And, you know, when you think about it, it's like you look at some of these people and they've given up, you know, their pride, their ego, their manhood, their power.
Yeah.
And they just get used and abused and thrown to the side.
Yeah.
You weren't promised a career though. You know what I mean? You weren't promised forever in this industry. You know what I mean?
So this happens to both, not just women. We hear that all the time.
If women think that they're the only ones who get objectified, go to hell. That's what I'm gonna say. Go to hell.
Yeah.
Because for one, you have no idea what it's like to be a man. That's number one. You have no idea what it's like to be a man in multiple different industries that try to take advantage of you, that try to use you, that, you know, objectify you. You know what I mean? And to think, you know, when women say, oh, this whole, you know, Me Too shit and all that other stuff, you know how many times I've been assaulted by women, and it's never, I can never say anything about that. I'm never going to go, because why? It won't be taken serious, number one.
You think that is still true now? Like, people just won't take that seriously?
Yeah. Look at Terry Crews. They just ended his career. They just shut him down, his career, because a man grabbed his private area on a carpet. This guy is a agent or something like that. Or I forget who the guy was, but
I don't remember.
But yeah, who it was. But it was somebody that was like in the industry. No.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy? You know what I'm saying? This is a man trying to speak out about something that a man, you know, fondling his junk in public, and he spoke out about it, and they tried to shut him down, not the other guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. When you start to think about stuff like that, you know, it's not common. Yeah. Not even common. It's not even a safe space as a man to be able to speak out about those things, because you get looked at, you get judged, you get you know, ostracized, and then you get thrown into a box where people say, well, I don't know if I want to deal with that.
Right. So, I mean, that happened to him for years, right? And then finally there was like that movement, right? And then it was safe. So, I mean, how do men get there? I mean, what is it going to take for a man to be able to also create that space, right?
I don't know.
What is it going to take? I mean,
that's a very good question. And you would think that there are certain people that are on that level, that are there, you know what I mean, that would be able to speak out and tell their truth without getting shamed, without getting put down, without getting made fun of. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Like,
so it's just going to take somebody huge.
It's going to take somebody very major to, you know, to, whether there's allegations or truth to it, it's going to take somebody that they can't cancel, somebody that they can't, you know, that has the power. You know what I mean? Terry Crews just had to realize he ain't that guy, and that's what it shows you. You know what I mean? This industry will show you what you're worth that quick. You know, and that's the thing. Terry Crews probably thought he was, you know, moving his way up, you know what I mean? Thinking that he was doing something, being in movies with the Expendables and stuff. Obviously, Ice Cube gave you a break in, you know what I'm saying? And you hosting, you got the TV show. Yeah. Everybody loves Chris. You've been doing well, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so you think that you on red carpets, everything? Yeah. But the moment that one of theirs do something to you, and he's wrong. Yeah. Look at who they defended. Yeah. Yeah. And look at how they shunned you. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like I said, it's gonna take somebody that's more upper echelon. Eventually. Yeah, eventually. And I mean, hopefully sooner than later, because you know what I'm saying, it's going on every damn day. You know, and a lot of guys, and not just little guys, but little boys, you know, as well, are being taken advantage of. And you know, I mean, we hear and things like that.
We hear about these things all the time, right? Yes. But because we don't, like, we're kind of disconnected from that. Yes. So it's like, does that really happen? Does it not? I mean, I believe it happens, like 100%. Like, I'm not even debating. But again, it's one of those things. The power is just in the wrong hands.
Yes. Yeah. It is, and it starts to make you really wonder. You know, damn, did this is not how I saw my career going. You know what I'm saying? Damn, this is not what I wanted out of this.
Yeah.
So,
Just,
so yeah, the last couple of years, and then especially with COVID really has, put a hit into, certain careers. It definitely has made more of a negative impact into my career because I was a person that that more in-person auditions were going on before COVID happened, and I booked a lot in person. Now that they went to the self-tape shit, I don't really like self-tapes. I don't really have the space for self-tapes. You know what I'm saying? Now here I am trying to create a freaking studio in a townhouse. That I just don't have the space for that. And I can't really give you me because you want me to read down a piece of papers or multiple pages of papers of instructions.
You're like, I gotta walk into the room. You gotta feel my energy.
I need to see what you want. I want to be able to. I want you to see me. I want to be able to know, like, if I have a question, I can ask you right then and there quickly. What's the difference that you need me to make? What's how you want me to talk? How you want me to break it down? So just quick stuff like that. And that's where my bread and butter was at. And so when that's gotten taken away, it's just like.
But how feeling you're still doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I do good. I do all right.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Okay, so let's just go back to modeling really quickly, right?
Yeah.
So I know you've probably changed your look a million times. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So I hear you used to have luxuriously long hair. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I did.
So what happened to those beautiful locks? Tell me.
What happened to them?
Yeah. Where'd they go and why?
They are they at my mama's house right now. She has a wig with my hair because I gave my hair to her.
Okay. So
yeah,
you gave your hair, you cut your hair and it was made into a wig for your mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was so I started growing. So when I was in high school, I used to always have a different hairstyle for every sport. So every season I had a different, so summertime I'd have a low cut fade, and then I would go through football camp, and in fall where I'm wearing a helmet most of the time, so I just let my hair grow. So then my hair would get curly and then get longer, for football season, and then basketball season would come, and then I have braids. Okay. I wear braids for basketball season, and then track season come. And I cut it back down to curls to be aerodynamic.
So you were just always going with, yes. Okay. You just matched the vibe everywhere you went. Okay.
Had to, I didn't want to always look the same. And so I remember when I got to college, I graduated high school early. I graduated at 17. Okay. So I started college at 17. So I'm playing sports with grown men. I'm still a 17-year-old. Couldn't even get into certain places and stuff on college.
Probably better for you.
Yeah. But so then I was like, I'm not about to have to get a job or anything. I was like, what can I do that's going to be something that I can have with me, that I can take with me through this journey of college, and through this journey that I'm about to be on for the next 4 years of my life, whatever, you know what I mean? So I was like, what? I was like, let me just grow my hair. Let me just keep growing my hair. And I always remember, Samson in the Bible, and his strength was in his hair, and so that was one of the things that I took biblically as far as why it meant something to me, that nobody would ever know, but me, you know what I mean? And so I was like, that's gonna be, that's gonna be with me no matter what. And so I thank God, bless my family, I have good DNA. So my hair grew. And it was growing really nice and long. And
so curly. How long was it?
My hair came down to about right here.
Wow.
When it was like straightened out.
Yeah.
It came down about right there. So I remember my mom came to me and told me about the situation she was having, her health situation. So she had breast cancer, and they caught it very, very early.
Okay.
And so early that they gave her these like radiation pills and these different things to take to try to like stop it quickly and stuff. And I remember my dad was telling me how, those pills messed my mom up, and her hair started falling out, and then it wasn't growing back. And so he was telling me stories, about how, it broke his heart to see my mom combing her hair, and chunks of hair just coming out. She's breaking down and crying and stuff, and she's such a prideful woman, and such a strong woman. Yeah. And so it's that I know that hurt her, and it was breaking her down. So when she told me, that what was going on, I right then and there I left that conversation knowing what I had to do. And I knew that I was like, all right, this is why I grew my hair. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to grow my hair longer for her. I never said a word to her. Yeah. I never told her why or anything like that. I just said, okay, we're going to get through this. We're going to make sure you're okay. Yeah. And so she went into remission, a couple years later. Everything was good. And I want the same people that I worked with when I worked for Hugo Boss, American Cancer Society. Okay. I ended up making that connection with them and building a relationship with them. And so my girl Yanni, she helped facilitate this of my plan of what I wanted to do for my mom. And so I knew that I was ready to, cut my hair, and I wanted to give it to her. Wow. To help make a wig for her so that she could have it.
What a beautiful gesture. Like that.
That's just small compared to what she's done my entire life.
Oh my goodness.
So
don't make me cry on my own podcast. This is tea with Trish, not tears with Trish.
Listen, I mean, sometimes it might drop a little bit, but in a good way.
Wow. But, what a beautiful gesture. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I just gave her.
So how did you give that to her? Did she know? Or was it a surprise?
So I basically asked them, how can we make this happen? And so I said, so we ended up coming together and doing a live cut fashion show. And we did it in Beverly Hills, and we did it. And the way that we did it was, I think Mr. Eric Rossetti, Mr. Triple X, he's a big designer. He was a part of it. He actually also cut his hair too. He has a little piece of hair that he cut it for a charity, all that stuff. And so what we did was we had everybody come in, and we had the fashion, the runway and everything. Yeah. And so we put American Cancer Society was there, and we did it with Pantene's Beautiful Lens program. And so we told my mom, what we were doing, and it was hard to get her to do it because she didn't want the attention. She didn't want people, all of that stuff. Yeah. So I was just like, I literally had to plead with her, and I'm like, Mama, I'm like, please just let these people love on you. Yeah. And just please accept it. Like, like you went through something. And you don't have to go through it by yourself. Yeah. Other people are going to want to hear, not want to hear, but other people will hear your story. Yes. And you might give somebody courage. Yeah. You might give somebody strength. You might give somebody else an idea or just the heart to go forward or keep pushing or something. But don't shut down that God has given you ability to continue to keep going. Share that. Yeah. You're a blessing that you're able to be here and still be okay. Like, don't praise close God, that. Right? Yeah. And so she's like, fine, okay, like whatever. Just don't, I just don't want nobody, to make it seem like I said, you're not a charity case. Yeah. You're a survivor. Yeah. And you need to accept that you are a survivor of this because it could have took you out. Yeah. But you're still here. You're a warrior, and you fought. So understand that. I got you. And I want to give something to you. I want to share something with you. Yeah. Just as a token of my appreciation to you. So she was like, okay, fine. So she's like, so we had her come. She got dressed up and everything. She looked so beautiful. We had her come back and do hair and makeup. Yeah. And she did her makeup and stuff. They had her do that. And then we didn't tell her about being the person to come on stage.
Oh,
so that was a surprise.
How did that go down?
Oh, she was she was just shocked.
Ooh,
but when she's in front of people, you can't do nothing. You got it. Yep. Come on. You got to come. So
she's like,
I remember my boy Greg. Yes. No, she said that. She told me that when she came on stage.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God.
I'll kill you later. See, that's a mom right there. That's just mom coming out.
So my boy Greg Gilmore, fantastic hairstylist. So my friend Greg, he was the one who cut my hair and style it on stage. And so when we came up time for me to do everything, you know, it was the moment of truth, you know what I'm saying? And now everybody's known me. Like, I've had my hair for 13, 14 years. You know what I'm saying? I had nicknames. I had nicknames. Okay. I was the original Mr. Long Hair Don't Care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was waves and things. I was all kinds of stuff. I had all of that stuff. Yeah. But so I had it all straightened out. I called her up on stage. We called her up on stage, and she got nervous and stuff. And so Greg was letting her know. She was like, this is going to you. So it's only right that from son to mother, well, from mother to son, from son to mother, because I always said, I'm not giving you something that is mine. You birthed me.
Yeah.
So this came from you.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving you back.
Yeah.
What you've already given to, what you've given to me. You know what I mean? And so she bawling, crying. And so Greg said, "You making the first cut, mama." So she was excited. And so she leaned in her. She said, "Oh, I love you so much, boy. I'm going to kill you when we get home." And so she cut it, and that was the one picture I showed you of me and her on stage where she's holding my ponytail up. That was the first cut.
Oh my!
And so she made the first cut and stuff, and then and he styled it on stage, and then we had a fashion show afterwards. I came in and he finished doing the cut in the back.
Yeah.
So when I came out, it was like the new Dionte.
Wow. And all your strength went to your mama.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Just passed it on to her.
Yeah. How beautiful. I'm serious. Like that little gesture. And just being a mom, oh my gosh, to be in that situation, right? Yeah. Like, I'm sure she probably, I mean, I'm barely holding it together. So for her, you know.
Yeah, but it was a lot for her because she just didn't know what I was, up to.
Yeah.
You know? And for my family, that was one of their first times actually seeing me in my element. Wow. Of, with my friends, my peers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, working with major foundations and corporations and stuff and doing something for her.
Yeah.
And so that was, mind blowing for them.
Yeah. So obviously the bond between a mother and child is amazing.
Yeah.
And so how about you? Like do you have, I don't think we talked about do you have children yourself?
I do.
Okay, you do. How many?
I have 2.
You have 2?
2 daughters.
Okay. And so are you guys are you together all the time? Are you still with their mother?
No.
One mother, 2 mothers.
2 mothers, 2 different mothers, yes.
So 2 baby mamas.
Yeah. One was an ex-wife.
Okay.
And one was a mistake.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So young, probably?
Yeah, I was young.
Okay.
I was, yeah. It's a fatherhood has been very hard for me. And not on the aspect of, ever being there or taking care of anything. It's been hard being a father to my children due to the mothers and due to the bullshit, that some women put men through, not just with them, but in a court system as well. I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't meet my oldest daughter until she was 6 years old because her mom lied about her. Wow.
Okay, yeah. So you guys were together?
No, we were just dating.
Okay.
We were just dating.
And so
my oldest daughter's mom, we were just dating, and then she was seeing other people, so I was seeing other people.
Okay, so you weren't exclusive.
Yeah, there was no exclusivity or nothing like that.
Okay.
But she had an ex-boyfriend that she was with, I guess, for years, always on and on, off, always on and off. And he was a light-skinned guy. A light-skinned guy. He also had long hair also.
Okay.
And so basically she ended up getting pregnant, and she didn't know who the baby daddy was.
So she chose herself.
So she called 1-800-MARI, and she chose herself. But it was the reasons for why she chose. It was the things based on why she chose. And she chose. And I was close with one of her best friends she grew up with. I was cool with her. And she ended up telling me everything. She actually ended up helping me find
Oh,
my daughter.
jeez.
Because it was, after years later, she was just like, this is fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
So, you know, she, I would see her. I would see her out because we had mutual friends and people in LA and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would see her from time to time. The friend, I mean, and
Okay.
and so after me and that girl, like at the end of the day, let me just go back a little bit. Her pregnancy, I was with her throughout her entire pregnancy for the first
Okay. Yeah, that's
2 trimesters. Third trimester came, disappeared off the face of the earth.
no. Okay,
She disappeared off the face of the earth.
okay, that changed the story a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
She disappeared off the face of the earth, and I couldn't get a hold of her. Didn't know anything. I'm like, where's
So
she
where'd
at?
she
Where's
go?
she at? To him, I guess. All I know is that my mom was trying to give her a baby shower. She didn't want one. My cousin and
Just
her
disappeared.
just disappeared.
What about her family? Like, could you get a hold? They just
She didn't really have much family. I mean, not people that I knew. You know what I mean? The only person that I knew in her family that I could get a hold of was her mom. Her mom just wasn't
wasn't
in
being
the know. She wasn't really in the know, and didn't
What?
really
Yeah.
want to like give up her daughter
Right.
like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So she probably knew. But
She
was
knew,
like,
but just
yeah.
kind of kept me
Okay.
on the outskirts too for a little while.
Yeah.
So, basically, she had a baby shower, and my cousin found out the other guy was there. So then, I remember she called me and told me she was in. I remember she told me she was at a hotel in Santa Barbara, trying to relax and rest because she didn't want to cause stress with the baby. She was lying. She was at the hospital. She gave birth to the baby, and he was there. And this is why DNA testing should be mandatory at all births, because she had the ability and the right to find out, not for her selfishness,
Right.
but for that little girl's life.
Yeah.
And her right to know
Yeah.
who
Now,
her father, her true father was.
No, I agree. DNA testing, like, I don't see why. I don't understand why it's not.
Why are women no, here's the thing. Why are women against it? And that's the only people who are against it. Women.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because you got a lot of hoes out here that are we gonna keep it real, right?
Yeah.
T.
No, I mean,
say the T. It's a lot of hoes out here that don't know who's coming inside of them.
Yeah.
And because they allowing it.
Yeah.
And then when they have a baby come up, they don't know what man was the last one or what shot got made.
Wow.
So now they're trying to, like, look at Maury Povich. Now you got girls bringing 5 men.
He has a whole show based on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about that in society. We act like it's not, he's still doing DNA testing, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would think that would, I mean, they do everything else, right? Why not the DNA?
Why is it not mandatory?
Yes, why is it not mandatory?
Life. It's
Absolutely.
a life. And that child's life is going to be lied to. That child is going to be told, this person is your father, and that ain't your father. This person is the man that was going to raise you, and he shouldn't be able to because this other man wants to. Or this other man should be able to, but he can't because he's being lied to as well.
Right.
And so
I don't see an issue. There should be. I think that would be a great idea, actually.
I would love to see these things, there's bills, there's things that need to be passed, there's things that need to be changed.
Yeah.
In a lot of these spaces. And for the longest time, everybody wants to be mute on these important, very, very important, life decisions and life things that shouldn't be held back from anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. So you didn't know her until she was 6.
Yeah, I didn't meet her until she was 6 years old. And it was crazy because I found out about her when she was 4 or 5 years old. And the reason why I found out is because, like I said, I would always see the friend out and about here and there, right? And at the beginning of me asking, I used to be like, yo, like before all of that, when I had to walk away was because I found out that she, had the baby. And I found out that he was there. And I found out that she had him sign the birth certificate. And she gave my daughter his last name. So this is why I'm saying, like, you should have done a DNA test. Because now you playing with people's legacies and names sakes and things like that.
Right.
And so I remember me and my mom was trying to meet up with her to do DNA tests and stuff. And I'll never forget it. Like, I bought the DNA test from the Rite Aid right there off of Sunset and Gower, because I was living in Beechwood Canyon. Yep. And I bought it. It was $55 after tax. It came out to $59.58. And I tried to meet up with her 5 different times, and she ghosted me 5 different times. Never wanted to meet up with me. And
you just wanted
I
to
just
know.
wanted to know it wasn't my kid or not. And that's all I'm asking.
Yeah,
Is it my
and
kid
you
or not?
wanted to take
And
care.
I
wanted to be
yeah,
there.
I
That
wanted,
was
if that's my kid,
wow.
I want.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take care of my kid, and you're preventing me from doing
And
that.
so
the
was
right
she
thing.
still with the other guy? That's why she
Yeah.
was afraid to lose her relationship.
This
then.
was her words. Her friend told me the truth, because her friend started to feel bad and started to tell her how she was wrong. They're not even close anymore like that, because of some of this similar situation kind of divided them a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she has good morals.
Yeah.
This girl don't.
Yeah.
So
They probably should have
she
been
literally
friends in the
said,
first
like,
place.
you need to tell Dionte what's going on. Like, what was like, why aren't you? She was like, I just don't think that. Like, here's the thing. Like, with white boy, that's what she called him, white boy. With white boy, I get everything I want. I do whatever I want. I run him and da 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 da. Like, he gonna do whatever. No, my mama told me straight up. She was like, son. She said, it ain't yours.
What can you do?
What can we do? I know it might hurt you, but we might have to walk away. We just have to walk away from this, because there is nothing that we can force her to do or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, you did your best. You did what you could, and I commend you for being a good man, for stepping up and trying to make sure that you was doing your job. She said, but she nodded. She said, you can't force that to happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So fast forward, me and Leona talking about everything, and so when I asked her when we were outside of Chocolate Sundays, her sister went off. Her sister hit her in the arm, said, "Bitch, he don't know." And Leona was saying, she was like,
No.
she was like, you better tell him right now. If you don't tell him right now, he needs to fucking know. What are you talking? How dare you not tell him? Dionte, Dallas is your kid. Everybody knows it too. Actually, not everybody. Only a couple people know, but that's your baby. And then it all came out. She said, "Yeah."
Oh
it's
my
your
God!
kid.
So you're standing there.
I'm standing on Sunset Boulevard outside,
and
of
you
Laugh
find
Factory,
out you have a
and I
6-year-old
found out
child.
5 at the time.
5. Okay.
5 at the time. She was 5 at the time.
Okay, and so.
And it was her actual birthday.
That day.
That day, February 15th.
Oh my goodness!
It was her day. It was the day after Valentine's Day.
Okay, and so where do you go from there?
So we literally spend an hour and a half on the street talking about all of this stuff, and I'm figuring. She's showing me pictures of her when she looks just like me. Like she's telling me she acts just like you, Dionte. She has your personality. She's like, yeah. And so I get the girl's number, and I remember that night. And I still have the screenshot because it's in my court paperwork too. But I sent her a message, and I literally said, "Hey, how you doing? I just want to let you know that I'm coming out of peace and in harmony. I don't want no issues, but I think that we need to have a conversation. I have a strong belief that Dallas is my kid, and if she is, I would just want to know, and I would love to be in her life or meet her." I also understand that it's her birthday today, so can you please tell her happy birthday for me? And here's my number. Please text me, call me, give me, let me know. And I just want to meet her, and if I can be in her life in any capacity, I would love to do that. So have a good night. I hope to hear from you soon. Left me on red for over a year.
Oh my!
Left me on red.
How do you not?
So you read the message. So when she's 5, so now I think you also took away another fucking year away from me knowing this little girl, because you knew that I reached out to you, and you didn't respond back, and so a year goes by, and then that friend ends up trying to help me in certain ways and stuff, but we can't get her. So she's like, I'm having a New Year's Eve party, come. She gonna be there. And she knows that me and you have mutual friends, so it ain't gonna be no setup, it ain't gonna be no nothing like that. And I'm gonna tell that bitch too anyways, like, it's my party, I can invite whoever the fuck I want. So she told her that I was gonna come. You want to know something fucking crazy though? So one of my best friends, my boy Trace, I asked him, I said, bro, I said, I need you to roll with me, bro. I got to go somewhere on New Year's Eve, bro, because of the situation. And he's like, all right, D, I'll go with you. He said, but the only thing I'm asking is that we come back to celebrate New Year's with our friends. I said, bet, got you. So we drive all the way to Eastvale on New Year's Eve night. We drive all the way to Eastvale for this party. We go to this party. She knows I'm coming. She knows I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
We get there early so we can make time to get back to our friends and, you know, and stuff. This bitch goes, she shows up late. Showed up late because this is out of the friend's mouth.
Yeah.
She was trying to look good for you.
Oh, no.
Thinking that you would look at her and be like, ooh.
Oh, no.
Are you fucking kidding me? Because I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, bro, we got to go. You know what? We got to go.
Okay.
And so
she showed up.
Yeah, but we had just left. And she gets on the phone. She's like, turn around. I'm like, no, I got to go. You knew exactly. And all these people was there. Was like, who is this fine ass man over here?
Yeah.
And what they here for? They like, she was just like, they got business to handle, or he has business to handle. That's it.
Yeah.
And so then, yeah, because she cussed her out. She even told me, she said, girl, when you left my house, you had braids in your hair.
Yeah.
Now you come back with a press down and trying to look extra cute. What you thought?
And so where was her man at that time? Okay, well,
not I don't work there.
Nobody's concerned.
I don't work there.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So that's how I found out. And
so New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that was New Year's Eve.
You didn't get to make that contact then.
The very next day.
The very next day.
January 1st. I went out. She said, if you don't mind coming, I would love to have a conversation. We could talk. So I came and I went out there, drove all the way back out there by myself. And we talked and talked and talked. I shed some tears because I had a lot of anger and everything else that I had to say. You know, it was deeper than that for me because, you know what I mean? Like I lost my grandmother and, you know, my grandmother would have had an opportunity to meet my first child.
God.
If he wasn't being a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You know
like she stole that.
And you took that away from me. And then the worst part is that she even acknowledged it. She was like, I know I saw that and I felt so bad. I said, bitch, you don't feel bad for nothing.
Yeah.
Don't bring your sorrow. So basically
we
had that conversation and then, you know, I said, I just want to meet her. And so you know, I ended up meeting her. She was 6 years old at the time. And the moment that we met, I just had a feeling that she kind of knew I was somebody to her. She had a feeling. You know, like the crazy part about it is that we met in Orange County at the block. And so we went to have lunch first, and then we went to Dave & Buster's. So we went to TGI Fridays, which is right there. And I brought her a little doll just to say, here, I want you to have something. So she held, and so as we walk in, we got to walk across the parking lot. So, you know, I said, we got to be careful. I said, it's a lot of cars out here. And so I was like, you want to walk with me? And I just put my hand out, you know, and she just grabbed it, and I was like, God damn. So I'm walking, and so the grandmother, always loved me, never had anything against me, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
so this girl's mother.
So that girl's mother. So she came because she's like, I want to be there too, just to make sure I want to see how everything gonna be. Yeah. So we inside of the restaurant. Yeah. And they sitting on one side of me, and my daughter sitting on the other side, and I'm just talking to her. I don't even know y'all here. Yeah. So I'm focused on this little person right here. And you know, we talking, I'm asking her all kinds of questions, like, you know, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? I want to be a singer. I'm like, oh, who's your favorite singer? And she's telling me who she likes and stuff and things like that. And I'm like, what's your favorite song? And this is no bullshit. We had the same favorite song at that time. And I said, what's your favorite song right now? Yeah. And she said, it's the I Hate You, I Love You song. And I said, the song by Ganache? Yeah. And she said, I think so. And I'm like, oh, wait, I have it on my phone. Wait, let me play it.
Yeah.
So I played it on my phone,
Oh,
right? And it's the one, I
yeah.
hate you.
Yeah.
So I playing it.
Oh,
And so me and her just start singing it together. And
so
so
cute.
I'm like, when I tell you I'm not focused on this girl
Yeah.
at
Like,
all,
no, it's about you and your baby.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at her and we are just singing to each other. And then
Wow.
all of a sudden I just see her face go over and she's like, what, what's wrong, mommy? What's wrong? Why are you crying, mommy? And then I finally look over, guilt killing her. Girl breaking down, crying. Told her, my
Wow.
mom, I gotta get out of here. I can't watch this. Oh, you can't watch how bad you hurt me and this little girl.
Wow. Yeah.
You caused
Yeah.
it, and now you can't even look at it.
So now, how old is this little girl?
14.
Okay.
I have a
So,
teenager.
yes. So you got to be there for, or you're there, and for the good times.
That part. That part. I missed all the
You
best little infant
you get
times
the
and stuff.
best years now. Oh my goodness. So how's that going? Having a teenager.
It's hell.
It's okay. You'll be okay. Yeah.
No, it's hell because I've had to watch my daughter go from loving the fuck out of me to being poisoned and brainwashed into hating me and not liking me because of her mother.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So, you know, it's been rough. It's been rough.
So somehow that had a spin, and
You gotta understand, she's around her mother most of the time.
yeah.
You know, and her and that guy, they ain't together. They ain't been together for years. Have no other children together. This dude was trying to fight for full custody of my daughter,
Knowing it was
knowing
yours.
that
Knowing
that
yours.
was my kid. Yeah, knowing that's my kid. And I met the dude. I met him before. And everything. I've seen how they interact and all this stuff. Totally toxic, negative, bad, all that stuff. You know, and I just, I'm going to court for her, trying to get a, but it's so
Yeah.
hard because I have no rights to
You
my
know?
kid. You know, I have no
Yeah.
rights to her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I feel like, in the end, you just probably have to keep being loving and patient, because kids know in the end, right? They turn into adults, and they will definitely be making their own decisions. And at that point, that's when I'm sure she'll be back in your arms.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I mean, you gotta hope for that.
yeah.
And
Like I said,
I mean,
you don't know how people are gonna go and what way they're gonna
yeah,
think and how they are. It's hard to.
yeah,
It's hard to.
yeah. You
You know, you
just,
would want that. You would
yeah,
hope for that. But I also still look at it the same way as like that doesn't do me no good
yeah, because you're
because
still
I'm
missing
missing
out.
time.
Yeah,
I'm missing time. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
it's I don't have the ability to be able to like have my imprint on her like I want to.
right,
What I'm saying? It's different with my youngest because I was there
right.
for everything. I've been there for everything, and
Yeah,
she's mine.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? She's a
yeah,
Holloway.
yeah,
So, but it's been rough. Like
yeah.
it's been rough to deal with that and
Yeah,
deal
I'm
with
sure
deal with that aspects of those things.
yeah, that has to be really tough.
It is.
And so now that just makes a whole project that you can create, right? I mean, you can make a whole movie out of that one yourself.
Well, it's funny that you said that. I've been working on a project that for the last couple of years now. I've been working on a documentary for fathers.
Okay.
So
you put that energy there.
I've had to take my pain and turn it into something positive, something different, an outlet to share. Because at the end of the day, I'm not just fighting for one. I'm fighting for two different
Right.
kids. You know what I'm saying? And different and stuff like that. And they're sisters, and I want them to be able to be together and grow up and have that. And but I got two cold-hearted women who are just trying to do everything to keep me and them apart. And for what reason? Because I didn't choose you. Because I don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
And that's really the only thing that I could ever think of coming down to it. Because any woman, any smart good-hearted woman that would see a good man like me, whether we worked out or not.
Right. They're going to want that for
You
their
would
child.
want that. You would want your child to have this type of man as their father,
Right.
their leader, their role model. First and foremost, I'm educated more than any of them. Way more educated, way more life experiences, way more talented.
Yeah.
And not only that, I'm way more driven to give to my kids. And when I see that, it makes me hurt more for my kids, because I'm like, you don't even want what's best for your own child.
Yeah.
Because everything you do is out of a selfish decision based off of you, not that kid. But yeah, so I've been working on it was a documentary. Now it's turned into a docuseries, because it's so much information. It's so much, and I have different things that I'm working on when it comes to the different types of.
So you just advocate for fathers, really, like in the rights and.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I'm very strong about, men being heard, fathers being heard. That whole deadbeat dad shit, I don't rock with that. I don't like it. I don't care what anybody got to say about it. I don't care about if you want to go to the past. You want to go to the past, go to the past. Let's go to the past. Let's talk about the 70s and the 80s, because back in that time, the black family in the middle class family was the strongest family, and that's when we was together.
Yeah,
fathers was in the home. And this whole women shit where they talk about, oh, men ain't no, because men was in the homes back then. Two things that they don't talk about when they talk about what happened to the fathers. They just go to negative, deadbeat dads. Men don't want to take care of their kids, but they don't speak the truth. What happened? What two things happened back in those days that broke the family apart? The government came in with the crack epidemic and put crack in the streets and killed not just men, but women were crack. That's where you get crack babies from. All that stuff too. So that broke up the families and put men in jail and women in jail and things like that. And then who took daddy government's check? The women did. Why? And we want to know that answer. Us men want to know that answer. You blame us, but you kicked us out of the home for a fucking welfare check, because they told you, we'll give you this government cheese, we'll give you this fucking this whole milk, a little bit of Similac, but that man can't be in the house.
Yeah.
And what did they choose? They chose daddy government over the father of their children and in their home. And nobody speaks about the truth. And when you throw the truth in their face, like women today, and rest in peace to the Godfather Kevin Samuels. Kryptonite. Their kryptonite is accountability. Accountability is the woman's kryptonite. They cannot take accountability for what they do wrong. They cannot take accountability for the things that they've done wrong. It's always a blame. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always a reason for something that you chose to do. It's your choice. It's choices, and nobody can make it but you. So, nah, that shit don't fly with me, because I'm a good man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I got all my receipts for me going to war for my kids. So ain't nobody gonna ever fucking tell my story but me.
Okay.
And that's just what it goes down to.
So now, where is that project at? Are you in the middle of it? Is it almost finished?
I'm in the middle of it right now.
Okay.
Because I have, because I'm fighting for my daughters in court right now for both of them. And so I'm documenting this, because my youngest is out here, and my youngest is in San Jose, and my oldest is out here. So I'm doing both courts literally right now. So I'm documenting all of this right now, this because things are going to change in this next couple of months. So with all of that being said, I'm not just working on just mothers and fathers. I'm also speaking about a more general basis of everything. I'm going in on DCFS because they were part of some situations, and
that you were involved in.
They in them juvenile court, what they do with kids and how they put price tags on babies. The more younger the child, and with DCFS, the younger the child is, the more the check is from the state or to the state. Yeah, that's why when they say you can't put a price on life, that's bullshit. These fucking politicians and governments, they do this shit every day. And it goes from babies to teenagers to grown-ups.
Yeah,
they putting prices on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in on the family law court system itself. I'm going in on judges, because judges have too much fucking power. They should not have that much power. And I'm going in on mothers. So my docuseries has a lot of different layers to it.
Yeah.
Of what I'm going to be shedding light on.
So it sounds like you're going to war.
Yes. Yes.
And are you ready for that? Are you ready for that smoke? Because that is a lot.
I've been ready. I've been in.
That's a lot.
I've been in a war zone by myself at times. Already. So can't nobody tell me nothing.
Wow. Yeah.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. And I just want to get and I want to make sure that other men also know that you're not by yourselves.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of men out there that's fighting for their kids. It's a lot of men. I've seen prominent actors in those courtrooms fighting for their children.
Well, I think I think every group needs a person to advocate for them. And I feel like you're obviously very passionate about, fathers and their rights, because you've been through so much. So, I'd put my money on you.
I appreciate
for sure.
That. I'm definitely gonna cash in, because this is gonna be something that I know that I had to realize. Like, I had to go through a lot of hard nights, a lot of hard battles, and I've had a lot of tough times in these courtrooms. You know what I mean? And I've had lawyers take my money, not do what I wanted them to do for me. Not give judges information that I needed to give. And then I've also self-represented myself against attorneys. So I've been fighting for myself and for my kids.
Through all of this pain, and obviously,
and nobody knows this about me. That's the thing.
Really?
So people don't really know that. So
this was some real tea right now. I mean, this was
Yeah, you
deep.
still getting tea.
Yeah,
you're getting real tea.
Yeah, and this is what people go through daily. There's good fathers out there. There's good mothers. Like, and a child should be able to experience both.
They should have both in their life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There should never be,
absolutely. Especially if it's. I mean, there's one thing. If it's the child's in danger from either of the parent, then that's something different.
A different story.
That's a different story, and that's not what you're saying. You're saying the good fathers, and I just feel like I'm on your side with that for sure.
I appreciate that.
I mean, I do. I feel like parents, whether they're together or not, should be able to co-parent, because one is better, two is better than one.
Exactly. And not only that, it's that whole control thing. It's power. You know what I mean? And women are given a lot of power when it comes to that. And so that's why,
their power should go towards protecting their children and making their children better.
Right. But see, here's the problem. And this is why I said, my friends was asking me, saying, who you going to vote for? Who you going to vote for? And I said this, I'm not voting for anybody. Want to know why? Because I don't see anything that my policy that I want to see on any agendas. I said, when there's a candidate that's talking about changing the family law system, because I don't give a fuck about no criminal law reform. I'm not a fucking criminal, so that don't do shit for me. Don't do nothing for me but take money out of my taxes to pay for some dumbass mistakes. So that ain't doing nothing for me. I don't care about going to go help people get out of jail that probably deserve to be there, or you going to go get people in the jail that, wrong place, wrong. Okay, cool. But what are you doing about families? What are you doing about this court system? And I'm gonna tell you something right now too about it. Every other court system has allowed cameras inside, except family law. And you wonder why. And you want to know the excuses? Oh, because you're dealing with minors are not in the court. Minors are not in those courts. There ain't no kids in those courtrooms.
Yeah.
It's nothing but adults.
Yeah, because that's what I would think. I would think, well,
It ain't nothing but
minors.
adults. Yeah, it ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking lie. Ain't nothing but adults in that courtrooms. So you could have cameras in there, but why ain't there cameras in there? Because they don't want you to see that there's fucking men being fucked over every goddamn day in this court, in these courtrooms all across the country, and don't nobody want to see that shit. So yeah, until somebody can tell me that they gonna do something about changing this corrupt ass family law court system, that's when you'll get my vote.
Yeah. Okay. So, this project
Yeah.
should be done when?
Done when?
Should be done?
I'm gonna say I got court coming up. No, I literally do.
Okay.
I literally am. I
Okay.
literally have court coming up soon. I just went to court for my youngest daughter.
Okay.
2 weeks ago down here. Now I got to
Yeah.
go back for her up north in the Bay. So, give me a little bit of time to get these last couple court dates out the way. But this project should be coming out. I want to say maybe end of 2025.
Okay.
I'm shooting for end
So
of
we're
2025,
expecting to see
2026.
that 25, 26.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we're going to have to wrap it up because we could just keep going.
Yeah,
all
we
day,
can. Yeah, we
right?
can. Yeah,
There's
we can.
a lot
Yeah,
of
we can.
things being talked about. We've talked about modeling to family law to, it's been crazy. It's been all over the place, but it's been interesting.
Life is like that.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Life is like that.
Okay. So, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me by my name. My name is everything. At Dionte Holloway. That's my Instagram. That's my Twitter. I don't really use Twitter though. My Snapchat is dnice310. But yeah, my TikTok is at Dionte Holloway. So yeah, you can find me on those by my name for the most part.
And before we go, any advice to fathers out there that are trying to fight for their kids as we speak?
Never give up. No matter what, never give up. When I tell you, I've been to the depths of hell when it comes to this. I've been sitting in a jail cell, illegally arrested, let out by a detective woman to fight for my kids. I know what those depths feel like. And when you feel like you ain't got nobody with you, stay strong, bro. Stay strong. And if y'all want to reach out to me, please do. I'm looking for fathers to share their stories in this docuseries. I'm looking for men who want to speak out and give their words, give their testimonies, give their sides of their life and their stories. This is what we need to do. Men, do not push this to the side. You matter. That's what I want to let you know. You matter. Dads matter. Fathers matter. And I'm here. So please reach out to me. You got somebody right here. I'm here to give you a hug, hold you up. I'll go to court with you. You have support. You just have to reach out and find it. And I'm just another outlet. That's it. But you always got somebody rooting for you. You always got somebody that's going to push forward with you.
All right. Thank you, Dionte.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you for being here.
Of course.
And all right, everyone. That is our episode for today. Tea with Trish. Until next time.